Yo, what's good? What's good?
What up?
All right, so we're gonna jump into things real quick. I am Greg P, the founder and creator of the Orange Dot. I'm here with 2020 guard Deavion Scales. I am pronouncing your name right.
Yeah.
Uh, All right. So I'm here with 2020 guard Deavion Scales from Fox Creek High School. So Deavion, we're gonna jump into this real quick. I will say this one to me is personal because it's my first video, and with it being somebody from my alumni, I'm proud to do this video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off by saying, like, if somebody doesn't know who Deavion is, how would you explain yourself? Like, give us a little background of yourself.
Um, you don't know Deavion, I say hardworking guy, always in the gym, just want to get better at perfecting his craft. Uh, love, just love doing what he got to do, feed to help his family. Just having that road of becoming a man, really.
Most definitely, most definitely, and that's one of the things I've seen you play since your sophomore year when you first transferred to Fox Creek, and we'll dip into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But you've always been one of those guys I've noticed. You kind of played with a chip on your shoulder, like you always had
Yeah.
something to prove. Why is that though?
Cause just like, especially where I came from, ain't nothing given to you. You gotta go out there, you gotta get what's yours. You gotta go out there and play. That's just always been where I came from and how I grew up. My mom always taught me that ain't nothing gonna be given to you. You gotta go out there and take it.
And
Always.
most definitely, and I think that's a good mentality to have, especially like young hoopers in the game coming up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think a lot of people think a lot of things are given just simply off the name that they have, and I mean, I can see from your videos that you upload to social media and stuff, like you put in work, and I'm sure you're putting in work behind the scenes too. So hats off to you for that. We're gonna dive into. So you're originally from North Carolina, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where? What part of North Carolina are you from?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville. Okay. Okay. So you J Cole fan?
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. Most
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Yes, sir. All right. So tell us how that went. What made you transfer to Fox Creek, and how did you all move from North Carolina to South Carolina?
Um, really, I'm gonna be honest with you, so I'm gonna kinda go how like personally. Um
Mm-hmm.
I really won't. I didn't really have the right mindset as far as when I was in North Carolina because there was a point of time where I was about to be like, I'm done with basketball. It's like I had a lot of things going on mentally, things that went on in my household. Me having, because honestly, me coming in too, I have a lot of, I done lost a lot of friends personally that was getting to me too. And there was a time where I just wanted to be like, I'm done with this basketball stuff. I'm just about to just do whatever, and I wanted the right mindset. So through the grace of God, my dad ended up moving down here to North Augusta, South Carolina. So my dad said, son, I don't want you, you seem like you're going on the wrong path. I want you to be here with me. Me and my mom both agreed, and I came up here. And personally, I thank God that I personally decided to come down here to play
Most
ball.
definitely.
Best thing
Right.
that happened to me.
Right. Right. So with that being said, was your mom able to come down and catch any of your games when you moved to South Carolina?
Me and my mom and my dad together. They together.
Okay, okay. All right, word. All right, just making sure. So, dipping into Fox Creek, how is your, because I know Coach Peckham personally, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, how did that relationship go at Fox Creek with you and Peckham?
It was great. When I first got there, came to the first open gym, played, liked how I played. We started, yeah, I feel like our relationship started getting better and better as the years went by. And
Hmm.
personally now, I look at him as a father figure. It's like he gave me a chance for nobody else, where I feel like nobody else didn't. And like really like what he doing for me, like I really appreciate everything he done for me personally.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that is one thing. If anybody knows Peckham personally, he is a genuine guy. He actually cares about his athletes. I can say that and vouch. Like I said, I mean, I think Peckham came there, I want to say my senior year at Fox Creek, Peckham came in. And,
Yeah,
he'll tell you himself, I gave him a tough time. I was a huge basket fan, so when he came in, I was like, ah. we got this new guy, you know, we had just went to the game before Upper State. So I was like, man, I don't know what this guy gonna be like. I hope he can still bring the mentality to these boys. And, you know, he came in, he did his thing. I think they made second round of playoffs my senior year. But
Yeah.
that following year, Peckham, his second year, he took those guys to state championship. And like, I mean, they didn't get the job done, but hey, like I said, they still made it there, which is a fairly new school, one of the first state championships ever for that program. So that was huge for him. And I can genuinely say like how happy he was for those guys, not by him getting to that point, but simply by him bringing that program, that whole school, I think came together as one when they finally made it to a state championship. And that was very huge. So, with that being said, how did your recruiting process go? Like, how did
Um,
schools contact you? How did that go?
well, it was like I sent film first, and they bit off that, and that's when they started to come in. Cause I think the first time I had sent to Olive Harvey, where I'm committed at right now,
Mhm.
as soon as I sent that, it's like a day or two later they get back at me and say, "Hey, I want you to come play for me."
Word, nice. So, I did a little research on Olive Harvey, and you're gonna be now. Now, how you gonna do that? You're a boy from the South. How you gonna do up in that cold in Chicago, man?
I mean, I just gotta, like when I came down here, like you just gotta adapt. Just
Most definitely.
adapt to the new things and what they got going on.
Word, word. So now, with that is, when do you get ready to leave for school? How much longer do you have?
Um, well, we leaving June 30th. Or with my I'm going with my family, we going there June 30th. But um, I don't know like when everything is supposed to start up with them. But I know for sure I'm leaving June 30th.
Right now, do you think you'll play the two up there or the one? Which position do you think they'll have you playing up there?
Probably both.
Both. All right. So you're a combo guard. Nice, nice. Kind of how you did at Fox Creek.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right. So what made you choose Olive Harvey? Like, what was it like? I'm going to this school. Like, I'm gonna commit here. This is where I want to go. Like, what wrong in you to make you want to commit to them?
It's like I told. Cause I remember a time where I really didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing on the table, and I just said, whoever take a chance on me, whoever seemed like they want me, that's what I'm gonna take. And when I had that I had that first phone call with him. It's like it just seemed like the way he was telling me, like he really wanted me to come play for him. It's like I felt like connected, like dang, like he really want me to play, and I just took that. And said, yeah, I'm going here.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think building a relationship between a coach and his player is a huge thing, and you got to go somewhere where you're comfortable and you feel like a home away from home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's what a lot of kids want to find in schools these days. And like I said, I'm happy for you that you found that. You know, it's always good to see, especially a kid that you've seen grow up. Like I personally have seen you mature and grow up, not only on the basketball court, outside the basketball court, and this could dip into another conversation on the football field. Like, speaking of that, how do you think you playing football helped you out with your skills in basketball? Like, do you think any translated from that?
I say far as aggressiveness, toughness, me getting stronger, weight room, just using that on the basketball court.
Right, right, right. And if for people who don't know, what position did you play in football?
Wide receiver and DB.
Right, right, right. Now, what actually made you want to play football? Because I noticed your first year at Fox Creek, you didn't play football.
Yeah.
What clicked your junior year?
When I really played football when I was in middle school in 8th grade. And I was terrible, bro. And I said I ain't playing this again. But then when I came to Fox Creek, Coach Johnson.
Yeah, Coach
Coach
Johnson. Yeah.
Johnson, he said, "Hey, we need to get you out on that football field." I just went out there and played. It seemed like I've been like, and that was really the second time me playing football like ever. And they said it seemed like you've been playing for years.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, I mean, you can look and see an athlete when you look at you, and that's one thing I saw. And like I said, from far as standpoint, I watched Fox Creek football Like I said, that's my alma mater. I watched Fox Creek football. I tuned into a couple of games. Couldn't really make the games because I live in Columbia now, so it's kind of tough. But when I tuned in and watched the games, I was like, man, this kid, especially your senior year, I was like, man, his route running has gotten a whole lot better. He's gotten a whole lot more physical. And like I said, just the passion that you bring to the game is one thing I like about you. You, like I said, you play with that aggression. You got a lot of emotion, and I've always been a fan of players like that because, like I said, I mean, that's what the game is about. If you're not passionate about something that you say you love, why do it? You know. So, what's something that you would want to tell a up and coming athlete like your younger peers that you're leaving behind at Fox Creek? What's something that you want to tell them?
Yeah, I got some of them in line right now. Hey, y'all that's up and coming, continue to work, stay in the gym or on the field or whatever sport you play. Always work on your craft. You never know who's watching. Just keep working. Just keep the negative stuff out your ears. Stay on the positive stuff. I'm telling you, it's all gonna pay off for you. I'm telling you, keep working.
That's love, man. That's love for real. And like I said, like it's one of those things too, which I think is a little heavier in this generation. Like sports is so like social media is so impactful to this. Like social media is everything in this world right now. And I think a lot of guys have to be dedicated to the game when the camera's not on. Like when nobody's watching, the gym's empty, it's just you and that ball and that hoop. Like I think that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about
Yeah.
what you're doing when the spotlight's on, but you have to be fully devoted to what you're putting into your craft. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you touched bases on that. And that's something that a lot of up and coming athletes should look at. Even athletes at the next level, you know, it's still one of those things that you should look at. You know, always putting in work. So for sure, man. Um, so we're gonna speak on your basketball season this past year. If I'm correct, it says here by Max Preps, I don't know if it's true or not, but you average 13 points per game. Is that correct?
About 15, 7, 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Word. All right. That's why, like I said, I wanted to ask to make sure, you know,
Yeah.
Max Preps be a little off sometime. So, what do you think this past season was one of the best games you played personally?
Personally, I said when we played, I said probably when we played South Aiken.
South Aiken? And what
Yes.
made that game such a good game for you?
Well, even though I really don't like to talk about it really individually, but
Mm-hmm.
I was just on it that game. You know, I was feeling it. Like I was just playing. I know I feel like I don't know my teammates. We was like some of them was because you know so South Aiken a big time school. You know where that come from. And I said, hey
Kind of.
y'all, like don't worry about don't worry about the classification. Just go out there and play ball. Like they bleed just like us. They ball players just like us. It really don't matter. So I said that's one of my things. As far
And
as
that is true, Deavion, simply because like I know some 1A schools, I know some 2A schools that can beat these 5A and 4A schools. Like don't let it be fooled, you know. Like I
yeah,
said, I like we'll dive into that too. You all made it to the second round, but y'all had to play the almighty Great Collegiate. I know how that is, you
yeah.
know. I mean, we're not gonna speak too
So,
much on that game, you know. But we
boy,
we know what
so
we know what exactly. We know what kind of program Gray has at basketball. So, like I said, how was that Abbeville game? Because I think that was a big game for you guys personally. I mean, Abbeville was a top dog in 2A
yeah,
basketball. You know what I'm saying? Especially in you all's region.
yeah. They was
So, how was that game?
yeah, they when we seen it when we went to Abbeville, we looked on the rankings and they was top 5 and 2A in the state because they had won our
Hmm.
region last. And I think we came in that game. Everything was all good. I remember the third quarter. It was like we was down like 16. I said, "Hey, man, come on, dog. Like we can do this. Like let's not go down like that." We came out. We just came out and started playing. We ended up cutting the lead. I think Marcus hit a 3-pointer. Yeah, we ended up being down by 3. I think we ended up down by like 1. And then he came back again. He basically hit the game winning 3. And then I think when it came back down, I had got the game winning still. And Like I just let it all out, all my emotions.
That's one thing I remember seeing that video,
Yeah,
and I knew then. I didn't even pay attention to the number. I knew then when I saw that kid running. I said, "That's Scales. It's got to be Scales, man." I already knew. But
yeah,
like I said, I think that was a big win for Peckham this past season, and it showed a lot of like what you guys were capable of. You know what I'm saying? You guys weren't one of the biggest teams. You know what I'm saying? You weren't. You all. I think we both can say it personally. You all weren't one of the flashiest teams in
yeah,
2A ball. But like I said, I think that game was a very complete game, and y'all fought hard and showed that determination. You know, and hats off to y'all for getting that W. You know, I was proud of Peckham for that. You know, so.
yeah.
Definitely. So, like I said, one of those things when you play the game with all this Corona stuff going on, I know it's been tough for a lot of you athletes to like get that work in and like be able to get some open gym runs and stuff. How was, how have you been able to deal with that? How have you been able to cope with that?
I mean, really, yeah, it sucks that not having to be able to be a gym, but you know, there's some parks around here that I go and play at, get some work in. I work out with my trainer. His name K Wright. He got his own thing. And me and him always every day we just work out, get some good work in all the time. No days off.
Nice, nice, nice. And like I said, not only are you, like I said, putting in work, are you putting in the work outside of the game too, like taking care of your body and that stuff too?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like I said, hey man, I'm really proud of you. I'm rooting for you big time, you know what I'm saying? It seems like you got a lot of supporters behind you. You seem like a good kid from a great background, like I said. So I mean, all the things you told me, take those things and run with it, man. You know, the sky's the limit for you. You do what you got to do at Olive Harvey. You know, you never know where that can take you, man.
Yeah,
For
most
real. Yeah. So, anything else you want to touch on before we head on out of here, man? Anything you want to leave the people with? Any message you want to tell some of your people out there?
Oh yeah. Thanks for everybody for tuning in and watching. And just like I said before, keep grinding, keep working. I never know. I never know who watching. I never know who looking at y'all. Cause I'm telling y'all, it's gonna pay off. Just keep
Absolutely.
your craft and doing y'all thing. I'm telling y'all. Most if
Absolutely.
y'all need anything, any guidance, anything, let me know. Y'all know I'm here for you like y'all here for me. So keep
Absolutely. One last thing I want to leave on, and we're gonna let it's gonna start a whole little debate, but I want to hear your opinion of it.
yeah.
With this Last Dance show that everybody's been talking about lately, you team Mike, you team LeBron, you know, I stay out of it. I think they're both great. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, me personally, I have to lean with LeBron because I mean, I personally didn't watch Jordan play. And I know if I didn't watch Jordan play, I know you didn't watch Jordan play because I'm way older than you, man. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, who you got in that matchup?
Look, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm seeing LeBron. LeBron, my favorite player. That you feel me? So, um, just I'm team LeBron today. But don't get me
Respect,
wrong, they both goats. But I LeBron, my boy. Like LeBron,
respect.
LeBron all day.
Respect, man. Respect. Well, like I said, Deavion, it was great chatting with you, man. And like I said, I'll keep in touch with you. Like I said, you got me in your corner. I'm rooting for you. I want to see you win no matter what. You know, give all faith to the Almighty High and anything. The sky's the limit, man. Most definitely. One love. For real.
Most definitely.
All right,
Thank you
man.
so much. All right.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You too.